Have you ever heard of the Winklevoss twins? These guys right here, the guys who claimed they gave Mark Zuckerberg the idea for Facebook? Well, if you were in Miami 2 years ago, the Winklevoss twins were at a crypto conference and said they will never sell their Bitcoin for the rest of their life. They will just take loans against it. Now, this is a great idea because you don't pay capital gains, and the Winklevoss twins can actually do this. But you might not be able to. Why is that? Is it because they're rich and successful and you're not? Maybe you are. But the governments in Europe and Australia and Canada and even some places in Asia and soon here in the United States are actually going to crack down on taking loans against crypto. But there's good news. You can do what the Winklevoss have done. There's a lot of confusion about this, and we're going to break this down because taking loans against your crypto to not have to pay the capital gains tax up front because it's not a taxable event actually has a lot of value. But in operation, don't tax my crypto, we're going to break this down. So this is a pretty great loophole, and people have been talking about this for a long time. What you do is you buy crypto, let's say Bitcoin, and you can actually pull out money based on your Bitcoin, so it's securing the loan. And if you're able to make money in other ways, or you're able to increase the value, pay back the loan. Now, it doesn't always work perfectly, and you have to actually pay back the loan or you will lose your crypto. And the crypto you typically stake is more than the loan. So there's a lot of different ways to do this, and I've talked about this in the past. It can be complex for some people if you have a diverse asset portfolio, but at its simplest term, you're just literally putting up your Bitcoin or your crypto for a loan. Now, you're still keeping possession of the asset and you pay back the cash. It's not a taxable event because loaning money is not a taxable event. This is why a lot of millionaires and billionaires still borrow money, because you can get capital for so cheap in the current economy. Even when things are bad, the interest rates are so artificially suppressed that it makes more sense to take the loan on your own asset than it does to spend the asset. That would be a foolish thing because then you no longer have the asset to produce income. And as long as it's an income producing asset, which is one of the fundamental criteria of being an asset, it's why most people's homes are not an asset. A car is a depreciating liability. You can get sued from a car loses value. A house, in theory, goes up, although it doesn't typically produce you income unless it's a rental house or a multifamily. The house you live in barely qualifies as an asset. Maybe when you sell it, but then you've got to replace it, right? So an income producing asset like crypto, you can actually borrow against. However, the governments are looking at, in the new crypto bill here in the United States and worldwide, you may have seen this executive order, which is an open-ended executive order by the United States president, basically studying crypto right now, and in the next 180 days, they're gonna put down their lockdown measures on crypto. This is gonna drastically hurt DeFi, and it's gonna drastically hurt your ability to do things with your crypto as a private citizen. Notice I said private citizen. We're gonna come back to that in a second. But with the way crypto is structured, by Q3 of this year, if you have crypto in your name, like in Coinbase or Crypto.com or Binance or Gate.io or anything that you've done KYC and it's in your name, you're going to start having substantial problems. It's why you need to put your crypto in a ghost business. Now, if you want to learn how to make a ghost business and how to solve all the problems I'm talking about today, also the social credit score problems, the problems with governments regulating and overtaxing in countries like the US and Canada, and basically the entire Western world, you can check out the first link down below and we can actually show you how to get this solved quickly. But for the purpose of this video, what I want to talk to you about is what's getting ready to happen. The government is looking at closing the loophole, and they call it a loophole, of being able to utilize your crypto to borrow against. What they want to do is make you have a yearly capital gain increase based on unrealized capital gain. So it won't be as bad as what Janet Yellen originally proposed, which you pay unrealized capital gains on all your crypto, but basically if you borrow against it, you're gonna have to pay the capital gains, which would defeat the purpose entirely. However, Businesses can borrow against it. So not having your crypto in your personal name will help you. Also, with the government attacking crypto and putting a lot of crypto holders on lists now, they're making actual government lists where they are putting your name on it, and they are tracking who's buying crypto, and they are tracking your on-ramp and your off-ramp. So having this out of your name is vital, but also they're gonna close this loophole. So if you're in DeFi, or you take loans against your crypto, you're gonna have to set up a ghost business and a structure, typically offshore, for tax benefits. But more important than tax benefits, you're always gonna have to pay taxes. It's asset protection, because you don't want your assets to be seized. The government will seize first, ask later. Look what's happening in Russia right now. Russia is literally seizing assets left and right from companies and people in the name of they're being piled upon. Like, are you kidding me right now? Russia starts a war. It goes way worse than they ever thought. And now they're seizing everyone's assets, which is common. The United States has done this in the past with gold. We've had countries all over the world wide seize people's assets. I'm talking to clients every day in Europe where they are literally recording everything you own in case they need to come seize it. So getting the things out of your name, control everything, own nothing, is the most vital thing that all of you can do. There's a lot of ways to do this. On my channel, I talk a lot about trusts, which is vital. I talk a lot about holding companies and operation companies, structural companies. I talk about A1s, A2s. I talk about being able to utilize different injection agents and different banking solutions, whether it's a numbered account, whether it's an offshore account, whether it's a merchant account, whether it's a business brokerage account, whether it's a business holding account. There's a lot of different ways you can go about doing this. But ideally, you will get this out of your name because it'll tie the cap gains to you, and then you will no longer be able to borrow. So you need to be able to borrow in your company, because companies, so the way the corporate law is structured, from the borrowing of a corporation, so it could be an LLC, it could be an S Corp, a C Corp, it really doesn't matter. Even a sole proprietor, if you file as a business because of the business deductions. I always talk to you guys about how corporate law supersedes human law, which is insane. It should not be that way. The average American gets 6 to 8 tax breaks. That's it. You know what the average business gets? Over 100. Why? Because the way they're structured. There's also a lot of laws that are structured in businesses. Do you realize that every congressman and woman in Congress right now in the United States has their entire life structured as a business? Because that's how they get all the benefits, the breaks, the kickbacks, because as a person, they can't qualify for any of that, and it's illegal. But as a corporation, they can. Now, you might be thinking, well, I didn't elect a corporation, I elected a person. Yeah, you elected a person who is the spokesperson, allegedly, for the people of the United States of America or their district, but is acting on behalf of their corporation, which is in collaboration with big tech and big corporations, which is why they can keep getting away with this. And if you don't start taking action, they're gonna take everything away from you and inject it into what they have. So that's why acting on your behalf as a business is vital. It's insane, I know, and it's unfortunate that it's that way. You would think humans would matter substantially more than corporations, but we live in a world where we don't value humans because there's over 7 billion of us. Something bad will happen in downtown New York and 100 people will walk by because nobody cares. Because, oh, the next person will take care of it. They don't care. We don't value people anymore. And so that's why the government gets away from this. I've been talking about how the crypto community needs to stand up and fight. Now's the time, because this executive order that Biden just signed is open-ended. Meaning, after they do their 180-day probe, they've talked 150, they've talked 180. Basically what they're trying to do is spin it right before the midterm that evil crypto that sells children, evil crypto that funds Silk Road, evil crypto that's scanning your pensions and retirement. They're gonna brand crypto as the devil, and then they're gonna take away the most valuable assets. But don't worry, we've got a good idea, FedCoin. Welcome to the FedCoin. You see this right here? A centralized coin that is run off CBDCs, centralized global banks. They can track and stock everything you do, which ushers in the social credit score. So running everything through a corporation is vital, and pretty soon you won't legally be able to take loans against it, which means you'll have a taxable event. So if right now you're buying crypto in your name, you need to start a ghost business quickly. You can check out the first link down below and get this going now before you find yourself in serious trouble, both with the tax breaks, the asset protection, and staying compliant with everything that's going on. But more than that, with the other part of the executive order, where they're actually going after a bunch of crypto companies and doing crypto accountability with the SEC, similar to what they do in the stock market. Well, the problem is you can't regulate crypto the same way you regulate securities in the stock market. It does not work. And the government doesn't understand this, but they don't care. And I've said this before, they do not have to make crypto disappear because they can't make drugs disappear, but they're still illegal. And if they make crypto illegal to possess, that's a problem. So if they make it a business tool, and there's already things being floated in Congress, this was in the Build Back Better bill, the 2,500-page bill, to make crypto a business tool, a business asset, to make it harder for the average person to utilize crypto. So let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you've already got your ghost business started. Let me know if you've already structured yourself where you're running all your crypto through your business, or if it's still in your name, because that is not the way you want to be, and that is not what you want to do, because the way things are going with these two bills. So they've broke up the BBB bill in 7 pieces, and they're going to try to jam them through one by one instead of the one big package that's failed miserably. And that, we already have record inflation, but that is going to destroy inflation. And now they're trying to jam this through, and that's basically the direction they're going. So they're going after, and I said this 8 months ago, that they're going to go after DeFi, they're going to go after privacy coins, and they are going to go after loans. Well, I was right and I was wrong, because they are going after DeFi. They want to shut DeFi down. They want to shut your ability to do these staking pools and things like that down. They're definitely going after loans. They're not going after privacy coins officially yet, but privacy coins aren't as big as some people thought they would be. Obviously, I've done a few videos on privacy coins. You can check those out. I think they're going to go after privacy coins, but I haven't heard a ton about it. So let me know down below if you know what they're doing in privacy coins. I'd love to hear about it. But I'm 2 for 3 so far, and we're not even a year. And I said within a year they would do those 3 things. They're already doing 2 right now. Structuring it as a business will be vital. Anyway, appreciate you guys checking out this video. Let me know down below if you know what they're doing on privacy coins, what your favorite privacy coins are. I'm going to be doing some standalone videos on some of these privacy coins. I've done a handful, and you guys seem to love them, so I will be doing more. Also, make sure you're taking action on a regular basis, guys. The crypto community needs to stand up, and we need to be vocal. That's it. You don't have to riot in the streets. You just need to be vocal. Otherwise, government is going to think they could do whatever they want with crypto, and so far they can, because not enough people are standing up and letting them know, no, we don't want your greedy little paws on our crypto. No, we don't want, imagine a centralized Fed coin. Do you want centralized crypto? Do you know what that means? That means they control everything. They mint it when they want, same like the dollar. They literally can track everything you do. We're already releasing the AI bots. Those are coming online quicker. So for tax purposes, a lot of you are screwed if you still have this in your name. Have an amazing day, guys. Go all in everything you do. Appreciate you checking out this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video.